Hey, it's Karri Flatla here for Friday Fire at karriflatla.com and Remax Real Estate Lethbridge. I'm still loading up on coffee even though it's noon. I'm kind of curious if you guys have a preference, because I do record the vast majority of these videos live, and I used to do Friday Fire in the mornings on Friday, but I've started doing them like early afternoon, late morning. If you guys have a preference, just let me know, leave a comment. So today I want to talk quickly about did I just say about? I am not from Eastern Canada. Today I want to talk about if you want to become a landlord, or you're thinking of becoming a landlord, and what you need to carefully consider before making that decision, because I'm telling you, it can be a life-changing decision, and sometimes not in a good way. Probably once a week, homeowners say to me, well, if I can't get my price for my property, I might just rent it out. I mean, I just hear this all of the time. I don't know if this is an Alberta thing. One business coach told me he hears that from Alberta realtors quite a bit, that homeowners here are very prideful about the price of their home compared to some other markets. So I thought that was an interesting comment. But when I hear that, the red flag goes up and we have to have a conversation. I also have folks say to me, I would like to become an investor. I've got some equity in my primary residence. Maybe I could start buying investment properties, or a group of friends or partners and I want to start buying rental properties because we went to a RAIN conference, or, whatever. There's this idea that real estate is the way to become wealthy, and it can be a way to build wealth. Absolutely. It's a fairly safe investment over the long run. But let's talk about the pros and cons of actually being a landlord. And landlord is the key phrase here, because I'm afraid a lot of folks who aren't in real estate investing as a profession don't think of it as a profession. So even if you only want to buy one investment property, you are now the landlord. You have legal responsibilities, and the tenants have legal rights and responsibilities, and you have to treat that like a job. So here are the stories that I see all of the time. And unfortunately, this is the majority of the stories I hear, and they're not one-offs. Homeowner puts their house on the market because they're moving away from Lethbridge. They can't get their price, so they rent out their property, and it's taillights down the highway to their new life in Calgary or BC or wherever. They put tenants in the property, and 3 to 5 years later, I get a phone call. I've got a rental property in Lethbridge, and I'd like to sell it because we want to pull the equity out to put toward a business venture or our next dream home or whatever. And I start to ask questions. Okay, great. When was the last time you were in the property? Oh, it's been about a year. And then I fall off my chair and get ready to have a really difficult conversation. If you haven't been at your own multi-$100,000 investment in a year or longer because you're hoping and praying that the tenants have just kept an eye on things and everything's great, that never ends well. So inevitably, I go to look at the tenanted property, because usually the tenants are still living there, which is also a challenge, and I'll get into that in a moment. And then I have to break the news to the homeowner / investor / landlord that your property has been very damaged. It is in disrepair. The yard looks like a trash can. They've painted the walls purple and green, and we have work to do before you can even consider selling it. I had one homeowner, I think they had to put approximately $5,000 back into the home to even make it presentable for the market. That wasn't a renovation, that was just to make it presentable. Cleaning, painting, repairs, cleaning up the yard, all kinds of things. So is that really an investment now? because an investment means you should be getting ROI. That's not an investment. That's a headache and a tragedy and all kinds of things. So if you're thinking about becoming a landlord, call a really good realtor first and discuss the pros and cons, discuss the market, discuss how sellable that home's going to be in 5 years, discuss what kind of tenant you can put in that home, discuss if it can cash flow, discuss if you can get ROI, discuss if you are able to keep an eye on your investment as a landlord like you should, and be in constant contact with your tenants. What kind of tenants can you get in that property for what rent? There are so many things to consider. So when you watch HGTV, it looks so great to go buy up investment properties and become a real estate tycoon. And I'm telling you, it just doesn't work like that. As with most things on HGTV, it's not real. Give me a call if you have any questions, 382-7335, or you can find me on KarriFlatla.com, and we'll see you for next Friday Fire. Have a terrific, hopefully continuously sunny weekend. Bye-bye.